Walker got there and it just squirted free. And then Jared Allen managed to corral it. We talked about both of Kansas City's young ends being very active. They showed on that play. One knocked it free, the other recovered it, giving the Chiefs their second possession at the Raiders' 38. And Johnson is not going to get much farther than that. Kirk Morrison brings him down. We've got another scrum. This time it's Tommy Kelly engaged with some Raider. Remember, the Chiefs need to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. They have to win tonight, and the Raiders would like nothing more than to burst their balloon for 06. Not that it's much of a balloon at this point. Chris Wilson gets his first reception of the night. Not going out of bounds. He'll be pushed out at the 23. Stuart Schweiger.
Chris Wilson has very good hands. Originally drafted as a tight end and played H-back. Now he's playing the fullback position. And his play action hits him right out in the flat. It freezes the linebacker when you give that play action fake toward that strong side linebacker.
And again, we had a little testiness on the sidelines there. We've seen more tonight than we saw in their previous meeting just a month ago. That game won by the Chiefs 17-13 in Kansas City. Another first down for the offense, and Green will throw. Completing the far side to Sammy Parker. Pushed out inside the 10-yard line. The Chiefs will have a first and goal.
Very good protection. Trent had time to get back in the pocket, set up, keep balance, step forward. Now, notice the pockets. Look him step up inside, reset, throw a nice shot, a turn in there on Fabian Washington, one-on-one situation. Sammy Parker making the play.
That was John Welborn that bought him some extra time there, holding off Derek Burgess.
Ran him around behind him.
Johnson being pushed back and loses 4 on the play. That was Michael Huff, fine rookie out of Texas, coming up making the play.
It looks like Mike Solari's trying to establish the outside running game in the red zone to get it stretched, because they had been running pretty darn well inside. I think he's trying to stretch them to open up some lanes inside.
And Johnson has a touchdown drought. He hasn't scored since that Thanksgiving game we did.
Well, it was against the Ravens and the Chargers after that.
Since the Cleveland game, I apologize.
Yeah.
Cleveland game. It was against the Raiders and Chargers.
Yeah.
They lost 20-10 and 20-9. Green throwing for Eddie Kennison, who had lost his footing in the end zone. That one sails high. Chiefs will be left with third down.
He ran a strong play action, came back to the inside and slipped right there. In fact, it almost looked like he was blocking rather than...
He wasn't. Green with good protection again, throws low again for Kennison, who's having trouble with his footing down on that end. And the Chiefs will be forced to bring on the field goal unit.
Trent gets set up. He gets the nose of the ball down. As soon as the nose of the ball goes down, that's where it's going to end up, right down toward the ground.
And so Tynes is brought on for what will be a 29-yard attempt. Make it 10-3 Chiefs. The Chiefs make good on yet another Raider turnover. This one a fumble by quarterback Andrew Walter. We'll see what he and the Raiders offense can do when we come back.
It's no fun when you can't sleep. Time seems to stand still. You just can't switch off. And it feels like you're the only one. But you don't have to put up with it. Nitol can help you drift off into a natural sleep. So you wake up refreshed in the morning. Good mornings follow a good Nitol.
The Arctic ice is shrinking at a record pace. Electricity used by lighting is one of the biggest sources of CO2 emissions. New Philips energy-efficient lighting now uses less electricity than ever before, helping reduce CO2 emissions. Simplicity is a light bulb that can help change the world.
Hi, I'm Mark Messier with an update on the Cold FX NHL All-Star Fan Balloting presented by 2K Sports. Now you can help choose this year's NHL All-Star Game participants. Just click to vote for your favorite players. Visit NHL.com to vote. Vote often.
Now you're seeing the All-Star stuff.
Click to vote, then watch the NHL All-Star Game January 24th on NASN.
Bahali, his sack of Andrew Walter, gave the Chiefs the ball deep in Raider territory, and Lawrence Tynes ended the drive with a field goal that has the Chiefs up 10-3 with just about a minute left, a little over a minute left in the first period. Lawrence Tynes doing a little work there before he kicks this one away. Walter and the Raiders offense just have had trouble hanging on to the ball. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And
I don't
as
remember.
you well know, you kill yourself with those kind of turnovers.
I don't remember evaluating an offensive team that's turned the ball over like this one has all year.
Chris Carr will touch it again. Short kickoff. He starts it at his own 18. He's got some running room to the far side and runs out of bounds there rather than face the vicious tackle of Lawrence Tynes, no doubt.
Chris Carr has done a good job all year round.
Here's a bit of an early Christmas gift to the Kansas City fans joining us this evening. Christmas Eve through December 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern, NFL Network and Time Warner will bring you a free view of NFL Network in Kansas City. And this free view includes first-year coach Ron Prince and his Kansas State Wildcats taking on Rutgers, the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers, in the Texas Bowl. Visit iwantnflnetwork.com to find out more. Good year for Rutgers.
You bet.
Terrific year for Rutgers. This is Fargus inside, crossing midfield and getting to the 49.
Kansas City showed a two-deep shell, then going to defense with 7, and prior to the snap brought the safety down, Greg Wesley down, to get into an 8-man front. And boy, it's tough to run against an 8-man front. Little change up by defensive coordinator Gunther Cunningham.
Gunn worked for you, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Real passionate guy. Greg Wesley's been around for a long time.
Everybody in that secondary's been around a long time.
There's Gunther right there with Darvin Wallace.
The Raiders now with 3 tight ends in the ball game. Walter will throw this one to Ronald Curry, and he gets close to the marker.
He was under pressure on that one and got rid of it. That's the advantage of being tall. He gets back and gets set up, and he's going to hang on to the ball for, look at that, wham, and there's Perry right in his, for James Reed right in his face.
Quarterback to quarterback. Curry, a quarterback at North Carolina. Walter, of course, came out of Arizona State.
You think of the receivers they have here that aren't playing. Randy Moss, Jerry Porter. My God.
Well, those are 2 of the bigger headaches for Art Shell all year long.
A lot of the salary cap, too.
Yeah, a lot of the salary cap. Porter in particular, what do you get, a $7 million bonus?
Something like that. That sounds like a good number.
Art Shell, a man who's been under considerable heat here in Oakland, had a chance, a real nice visit with him yesterday, and he says he actually feels good about the core and the character of this team. And with a straight face, he told us, he said, we're really close. He says, closer than people on the outside think. We are really close.
We are on the outside.
We are on the outside. You're right. And with them looking at a 3rd and short, we're going to end the first quarter with Shell and the Raiders on the short end of a 10-3 score. They'll change ends, we'll take a break, and we'll come back and see what the Raider offense can muster and whether they can get that foot for the first down.
Some people think the internet is a good thing, the most powerful educational tool the world has ever known. It's preserving our history, keeping the past alive forever. It's the only place where freedom of speech truly exists. Some people think the internet is a good thing. What do you think?
Set to start the second quarter. The Raiders have a 3rd and short, and Zach Crockett is the lone back. He'll get the call and get the first inside the 40-yard line.
They spread the formation out rather than lining up tight with 2 tight ends in a wing. They spread them out a little bit, and that helped them, I think, create a crease inside.
We were talking about Art Shell, and you noted the wideouts. We asked Art yesterday whether Moss and Porter are going to be here next year. He said he didn't want to talk personnel until after the season's done. I asked if they've complicated what he's been trying to do. He says, I'm not ready to talk about those kinds of things. I would generally take that as a yes. This is Justin Fargas getting the first down. Kendrell Bell and Ty Law making a stop, but only after Fargas had picked up 11.
The tight end on the right side did a beautiful job of hook blocking right here. You'll see him hooked there, right there. And that should not happen. They sealed off the defense to the inside, get a good wideout block. Unfortunately, Kendrell Bell came all the way over from the other sideline to make the play. Good range of movement by Kendrell Bell. They're zone blocking with the tight end and tackle out there on that defensive end and linebacker.
Fresh set of downs for the Raiders. Fargas fighting. Gets it past the 25. He's a tough kid.
Yes.
James Reed making a stop on that one. Next Saturday night, the playoffs are going to be on the line. Certainly the Giants hope so, when they travel to Washington to face their rivals, the Redskins. The action is going to kick off next Saturday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Chris Collinsworth will be alongside for that one. Feels funny to only do 1 game a week after this 2-a-week stuff.
I don't know how you do it.
Rashard Lee has replaced Fargas in the backfield, and Lee will get a carry, and Lee will be thrown for a loss. That's Kendrell Bell.
Another good play by Kendrell. They tried to counter. They loaded the formation with the tight end and wing over to the right side. They loaded it up over here and then came back with a counter this way, trying to get the defense to play strong. Now they come back and counter, but Kendrell Bell stepped up inside and did a very nice job of getting him down, number 99.
Looked like Randall Williams, the tight end, who was supposed to have the block there, got there a bit late.
There was penetration there by Jared Allen, and that hurt him.
He got caught in traffic. And so the Raiders are left with 3rd and long, which is exactly where many of their problems have come from this year. Walter will complete this one to Lee. And Lee gets to the 20 before he is brought down by Jared Page. Fine rookie out of UCLA.
Well, the Chiefs bought a blitz with a nickelback, Benny Sapp, coming from the outside. They also had pressure inside on the screen, but you want pressure inside on the screen, but they couldn't get what they needed for the first down, obviously.
And you hear the crowd booing. They'd like to see the Raiders go for it, but the Raiders just frankly haven't scored many offensive touchdowns this year. What have they got, 12 offensive touchdowns all year?
That's right.
12 offensive touchdowns. And so Janikowski has been brought on. He's already made one from 25 tonight. This time he makes one from 37. and he closes the gap to 4. The Raiders moving the ball well, but not able to score any touchdowns. They're losing 10-6 in the second.
Now this is my size net.
This is my backhand.
I saw it coming. This is my other team. No boys allowed.
That's my shoe.
There we go. This is my rink.
This is my walk home from the arena.
We're playing San Diego. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, and puked in between. And that's when I knew it.
I felt like I was playing with little kids and I was a grown man, like Superman.
I ran the fastest 40 at the camp, and I was still 15 years old. So that's when I knew I was gonna be pretty good. Oh yeah.
Remember their family, that gentleman right there, George Jones, 45 years in this organization, known fondly as Run Run. He was a fixture up in these parts. He was a guy who was not only out with the Raiders, but also made his name as in the roller derby.
Yeah, really.
For a time. And you knew him pretty well, too, right?
Well, it's the only guy in the Raider organization who would say hello to the visiting head coach when they came in the stadium.
Yeah, he was beloved.
Yeah.
Well, at his service yesterday, get this, he had 6 Hall of Famers attending. 6 Raider Hall of Famers. Dante Hall will take this at his own 9. He gets his hands on it for the first time tonight and works his way back to the 30-yard line before he's brought down. And Chiefs offense will come back onto the field.
Terry Shea giving the instructions there to Trent Green. Terry Shea, the quarterback coach.
Now let me ask you something. Trent Green, we've noted the numbers since he's come back. Of course, he's thrown a touchdown pass tonight, his 6th touchdown pass, but 6 interceptions also. Has he been a different player since the concussion?
I don't think so, but they played 2 outstanding defenses after that Cleveland game in which he threw 4 touchdown passes.
And that impacts the numbers considerably.
Yeah, you bet.
Green will throw on first down, and he'll complete this one to his favorite receiver, Tony Gonzalez. Ball's loose, but the Chiefs are on it.
Great job by the defender. I didn't see who it was, but he did a great job of coming up. Coaches coach that
Looks
all
like
the
Robert
time.
Thomas. Go ahead,
and
Coach.
He did a great job of coming up from behind him and knocking that thing out. You'll see it right here to the left side of your screen. That was Robert Thomas, number 55. First-round pick of the Rams a few years back, a UCLA graduate, and they like him because he plays all 3 linebacker positions.
Gets the Chiefs first down. Green with pressure will throw it out for Larry Johnson. That was a screen that just never materialized.
Oh, yeah, but it was there. Boy, Trent just got it low. Didn't get balanced well enough to throw it accurately, but there was a screen all set up out there. It looked like from here, you're going to notice he's going to run a play-action fake. He's going to run a play-action fake, then come off the fake to Johnson. He's going to look back to Larry to the left side of the screen. See, look it out there. There's wide open field to go right around there.
But, of course, he had Antosh Hawthorne staring him in the face, so you can understand why he tossed it low. Free play for the Chiefs. Johnson works his way past midfield to the 49, where he's brought down.
I think Trent gave him a hard count, and that jump made him jump offside. Trent is good at that, at changing his voice inflection every once in a while. He alerts the team in the huddle, alert hard count, and I think he got him.
Number 94, defense, 5-yard penalty remains, 2nd down.
That was
Boy,
Kevin
that's hard
Huntley.
to do. You'll see Kevin Huntley on the top, middle of your screen there. Outside number 65, Jordan Black. See, you could hear even the sound. Come over, at least I could hear it in my headset. Oh, he jumped offside one too soon. It's coming out.
Chiefs with 2 tight ends in the ballgame. Jason Dunn is checked in opposite Gonzalez. Johnson will run for it on 2nd and 5. Seemed to have been cornered, but working his way back across the field. He's got some running room past the 40. Johnson pushed out at the 32-yard line after seemingly a loss of was about to be tackled for a loss of 4. Instead, he gets a considerable pickup.
They were trying to run a stretch play over in this direction. Got bottled up. Good defense. Good get. Kept it going parallel. Kept it going. Forced him to come backside. Now you'll see from the right side. You'll see Trent Green get a block right there. Larry does a good job of making a miss. This is what he can do. He can change direction.
That was 55, Robert Thomas, who really should have stacked him up right there. Had a clean shot at him and just let him go.
He ran his own reverse. Empty backfield.
Hall goes in motion to the top of your screen. Green eyeballs him, chooses not to go there. Throws on the far side. D. Brown making the reception. Over the outstretched arms of Thomas Howard. We've got another flag on the play.
Pass interference. 22 offense. 10-yard penalty remains, first down.
Well, there's a reason why D. Brown managed to get as open as he did, it seems. They say the 4-year man out of Syracuse was a little overactive with his hands.
He's filling in as the backup running back for Michael Bennett, who's not playing tonight. D. Brown's a good all-around football player. He does a great job on special teams. He's got 18 special teams tackles, number 2 on the team. He has good hands, as he demonstrated there. He just used poor judgment in pushing off.
That's Chiefs' first penalty of the night. Pushes them back, leaves them looking at 1st and 20 from their 41-yard line of the Raiders.
They got a different right offensive tackle in there right now. Chris Terry's in for John Wellborn. That could be a problem.
D. Brown stays in. Green throwing for Hall.
It was a great
As he rolls
catch.
out of bounds, I do not dare to say he juggled as he went out.
I think he was out of bounds, but that was a heck of a catch.
Hall's one of those. Well, let's take this replay first, Coach. Go ahead.
Dante Hall up in press coverage there with Fabian Washington. Rolls to the outside there. Not real big. Yeah.
Hall is one of these guys you were telling me you got to stay on him, give him a lot of positive reinforcement.
Yeah, you know, he always operates better when his confidence level is really high.
Second and long for the Chiefs. This is Brown looking for running room, not finding a lot, but getting back to the 35-yard line. Don't forget, NFL Network re-airs the best games from the weekend, adding coach and player commentary. They do so on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 2 games per night, only on NFL Network.
I don't know what's wrong with John Wellborn, the offensive starting right tackle, but right now, Chris Terry, 7-year free agent, just joined the football team this year, is in at right tackle on Derek Burgess.
First, 3rd and long for the Chiefs. Green with some time, throwing for the end zone and overthrowing Eddie Kinnison. Good coverage there by Fabian Washington, who was with him step for step.
Yeah, Fabian, both of those guys were outstanding track people in college, Eddie Kinnison and Fabian Washington, and they both showed equal speed right there. Neither could separate. Good coverage all the way.
Washington playing in Charles Woodson's old spot. We saw Woodson 2 nights ago in Green Bay.
That actually could be called pass interference because he's got an arm bar in there. Many times we all have seen that call.
And the Chiefs again disdaining the field goal attempt and going for it on 4th down. Johnson not in the ball game. D. Brown is. Green will throw to the same side.
Yep.
And it looked like he and Eddie Kinnison had the different ideas, shall we
Eddie
say.
fell down again, too. I wonder if they're obviously having some cleat problem out there in that turf.
We'll have to take a break right here. 8:37 to play in the first half. Chiefs leading 10-6.
Nurofen. Fast, targeted relief for pain.
Freedom for backs. New heat patches from Nurofen.
It's a glitch.
It's not a glitch.
It's got to be a glitch.
Just keep hitting the same button.
Just learn how to play the game. Come on, man.
On a windy day in Week 10, Nathan Vasher made a 108-yard dash for history.
Now running right to the 15.
Get back upfield. They got a wall up the right sideline. He's got to get all the way back or time's up. And he might. He's still going. He cuts in. He's going to bring it back. It's going to be a touchdown for the Bears. Holy mackerel, what a finish. Nathan Vasher goes coast to coast.
Play in the first half, the Raiders have taken over on downs, trailing the Kansas City Chiefs 10-6 on the Saturday before Christmas. Not a lot of great cheer being extended here. The red helmeted
You think
Kansas
that guy
City
believes
visitors.
in Santa Claus, huh?
Perhaps his own kind. Raiders like a family here, kind of like the Adams family, but they're a family. Walter will throw, and it's almost picked. That was Sammy Knight jumping the route.
He read that all the way. And he has taken the ball away so many times in his career. He has 38 pass interceptions in his career. He just missed 39.
That was intended for Randall Williams, but it never had a chance of getting there.
Very, very smart football player. He really added a lot of leadership to the defense last year when we brought him in there.
Walter's just had problems across the board this year. He's thrown for 3 touchdowns, but 11 interceptions. And as we told you, he's been sacked 42 times. He's already coughed it up tonight on one of those sacks. Completes this one to Courtney Anderson.
Courtney Anderson on the reception from Andrew Walter.
I'll tell you, the Raiders don't scrimp on size on their tight ends, do they? Anderson,
No,
6'6", 270.
Yeah, and Randall Williams is 6'3", 235, but Courtney Anderson is a giant. They like those tall guys. All their offensive linemen are tall, too.
Well,
those
don't
big
the Raiders
tackles are
kind of have
6'7".
a mold? And
They do. They sort of have a chart they want them to fit in.
Is that part of the problem?
No, not as long as they can play.
Well, I just mean making the mold, and maybe they don't fit.
Ignoring talent?
Yeah.
Looks like they're coming after him.
Walter will throw on 3rd down. Zach Crockett is not going to get there. Coming up to make the hit, Sammy Knight. Good series for Sammy. And the Boo Birds are out again.
You'll see the pressure coming right over on this side, and he throws the ball quickly, gets rid of it without getting the sack. Here comes Kawika Mitchell inside number 50, and he had to throw it fast. Couldn't get the ball there, and of course, Sammy Knight's in position to make the play.
You know it's a problem when your punter is one of the bright spots of your team, and Shane Leckler is that. This guy can flat out boom it.
Well, he's never allowed a touchdown return. Now, this isn't a great punt.
Dante Hall waving everybody away. And this one will bounce out of bounds at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense will come back on the field. Trent Green, troops leading 10-6.
Good oral health is part of your overall health. Philips Sonicare. Sonicare helps to improve your oral health. Its patented sonic technology creates dynamic cleaning action, getting deep between the teeth and along the gum line for a healthier mouth. Simplicity is brushing your teeth and helping to take care of your body at the same time. Philips Sonicare. Ask your dental professional about good oral hygiene.
It's no fun when you can't sleep. Time seems to stand still. You just can't switch off. And it feels like you're the only one. But you don't have to put up with it. Nitol can help you drift off into a natural sleep. So you wake up refreshed in the morning. Good mornings follow a good Nitol.
the Chiefs tonight wearing the LH decal on their helmet. Of course, their late owner, Lamar Hunt, and your dear friend.
Oh, yes. I was there for the services on Tuesday. And the whole city, the organization, the team, and everything, they're all a little bit down. They love that guy, and rightfully so.
1st and 10 for the Chiefs from their own 25. This will be too far out of the reach of Larry Johnson. Lamar's sons were down on the field before the game. That's Clark on the right, who runs the ball club now, basically.
Now, he'll take over. Yes, he'll take over. And he's been working his way in there over the last few years. That's Daniel on the left side. And he's worked in the soccer leagues in that for his dad. They're two outstanding young men. There's Herman. Herman's done a great job. He really has. Of course, not hard to improve what I was doing, but he's done a super job.
I don't know about that. This has been a homecoming for Herm. He got a chance to spend some time with his mom, Martha, down in Seaside yesterday, and he gets to spend Christmas with her. Pitch goes to Larry Johnson. Stutter steps out of the way of Warren Sapp, but brought down at the 20. Thomas Howard getting a nice move he put on Warren.
Yeah, the penetration, they're knocking it back. They can't get moving toward the line of scrimmage with a toss play to the weak side. You'll see it to the left side of your screen. Larry's trying to find a place to turn up, and there all he sees is black jerseys and Sapp coming up from the inside.
I'm sorry, that was Turdell Sands, my bad.
Yeah. Is that Sands?
Yeah. I thought it was 99, it was 90.
You're allowed one.
Trying to get it down to one.
Turdell Sands. I had him as a rookie on the practice squad for a couple of years at Kansas City. He's a giant.
3rd and 15. Green has only completed 1 of his past 8. He's got a screen set up to D. Brown, but Brown's not going very far. Nnamdi Asomugha.
This defensive team is
making the stop. Go ahead, Dick.
It's impressive. When you study the Raider defensive team, when all the things the offense has done to hurt the defense, yet for them to continue to play well is a real tribute to Rob Ryan and those defensive coaches.
Well, what's the number of how many short fields the defense has had to fight against?
It's unbelievable. I think it's like 36 times the opponents have taken the ball on the Raiders side of the 50-yard line.
That makes it hard on the defense.
Oh, it's a short field.
So we'll see Dustin Colquitt kicking this one away, or hoping to, from his own 10.
Nice
Chases
punt.
Chris Carr back. Good punt by Colquitt. Carr decides to let it go, and it takes a Chiefs bounce.
Oh, that was a great punt.
Down to the 3-yard line. And so Andrew Walter and the Raiders are come back deep in their own end, trailing 10-6.
It's no fun when you can't sleep. Time seems to stand still. You just can't switch off. And it feels like you're the only one. But you don't have to put up with it. Nitol can help you drift off into a natural sleep. So you wake up refreshed in the morning. Good mornings follow a good Nitol.
You're watching NASN, the North American Sports Network, a new and exciting sports channel dedicated to the best in live North American sports 24/7. On NASN, you can experience over 100 live NFL games this season, plus the playoffs and the Super Bowl live. Watch up to 175 regular season NHL games and live postseason, including the Stanley Cup Finals. Feel the excitement of live Major League Baseball with up to 260 regular